All right. We've
Someone
officially
screen share.
started. Ah, damn it! I didn't screen share. Fuck.
God, what the fuck is this
I
production?
know. Hey, hey. I don't want to hear it. I'm doing
I
my
like this
best.
for
What
the.
How can you agree with me and then backtrack immediately?
do you mean? Who's
You said
back?
I know. Hey, hey, I don't want to hear it out of you.
I don't. I don't want to hear nothing. All right. I'm trying my fucking hardest out here.
You're
There.
doing a great job,
I
Connor.
told you he's gooning.
I'm not. I have my phone in my other hand.
So, what are you looking at?
Nothing.
Harold!
I'm just gonna keep
Is
my
that
hand.
Harold?
Yeah, it's
No, it's not.
no, it's not here. I'm gonna keep my hands up so nobody thinks I'm gooning this entire time. All
Connor
right.
is not a goner, guys.
So-
It's okay.
So Connor got that new automatic suction flashlight.
No, it's too expensive.
What?
We backed
That
it
also
back
sounds
in
awful.
2016.
It doesn't sound
and it
good
finally
either.
Came out.
All right, all right. I'm scared.
No, it didn't.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
We are adults technically.
We shouldn't be.
No, I should absolutely be an adult. I put the time in. I did my time.
I paid my taxes.
Exactly. I literally
I don't-
did my
I haven't
taxes.
paid my taxes.
Don't say that while I'm recording. You fucking fool.
It's a.
You can say
I-
that as long as he says he got an extension.
It's a joke. I paid my taxes. I've already
All
got my
right.
tax return. I did that in like February.
Yeah, I did mine a couple weeks ago, and I hated every
You get-
second of it.
You can get a
No, but tell
baby
that-
stroller with a speaker attached.
What are you looking at?
I'm going through the rabbit hole of Facebook Marketplace.
Stop. Stop. All right,
Okay.
so Fallout.
All out.
Wow.
Much
Easy.
like the
So-
aftermath of this podcast, let's talk about Fallout.
There's a lot of Fallout last podcast.
There was, there still is, and
There
it's
still
only
is
it's
Fallout.
only irradiated the ground more. So much so that fajon. Let's start with you, because you have the most to tell of your time.
So,
There it is.
first time Fallouter. Eternity point and click hater. I don't care.
It's not
How
a point
good
and
the
click,
game
but
is.
sure.
That's a bit close
It
thing.
kinda is.
I know, but that's not what that genre is used to describe.
So, I gotta get people started. Last podcast, I complained because I couldn't figure out what the fuck to do.
Correct.
We're on episode 2 of this walkthrough, and I have gotten both endings.
What?
Kinda. Again, kinda. This is
Oh yeah.
so yeah, kinda. So, essentially, this is how this process went because
I want to ask
know you
real
guys are
fast.
interested.
I'm gonna raise my
Oh.
hand on the both endings part.
Okay.
So when you say that, you mean you got the cutscene where you see the super mutants attacking your vault,
yeah,
and you got the moment where the overseer says you can't come back, right?
You think he was paying attention to that?
He just said yes. So
Well-
a little bit.
well, okay, wait. Well,
He also talks
this is
to
why
you.
I said kinda.
Whoa,
This is why I
spoiler.
said what does he talk to you? This is why I say kinda because I have everything that leads up to me being able to get that. But due to the fact that I spent 4 hours of playtime trying to figure out how to use the fucking weapon, my time, before I can get to the dialogue to even do that, the vault blows up or whatever it does when you don't bring the water chip back. Everybody dies. So I can't.
You wait.
That's
You
what-
spent 150 in-game days
Yeah, I
to,
spent.
dude. That's crazy.
I spent so much time learning how to drop items. If it wasn't for Isaiah, I probably would learn how to drop dynamite to blow up doors. I spent
Oh.
so much time learning how to do interaction to drop things like dynamite or set the dynamite. How to do combat.
Wait, what'd you set
And-
dynamite for?
Cause okay, so there's a door in the cathedral
Yeah.
that you can, I'm assuming, lockpick or either just have a key for, but I had neither one of those things, so I just blew it up.
Huh.
That was my
Okay. Yeah,
solution.
no, that's fair. I mean, that works.
But
So because you say that like you ran out of water, like did you actually get the final thing with the overseer or not?
no.
Okay, so you
Again,
so you haven't
I
so you haven't seen the other ending.
No, he hasn't.
I've seen
Well,
it.
then what?
I just have. I've
Did you
seen
Google it?
I
Did you
just
look it up?
yeah. Yes, because I had everything I needed.
This fucking guy. That's
I
not that's
I
not the same. That's not the same. You didn't get the ending.
how?
You didn't get the ending.
Yeah.
Like,
I
don't
had
lie to
everything
me.
I needed to get it.
That's not the
That's why I
point.
said kinda.
That's
That's
not
why
the
I said kinda.
Just load a
If
save back.
I don't have any saves that put me in a position that I wasn't already that many days deep into playing.
What?
No matter what I do through that playthrough, there's no matter what I spent so much time before my first save, before I realized you had to like save constantly. I spent so much time just learning how to play. There is no save I have where I can go back. I don't even think I don't even think any of my saves are enough for me to go get the water chip, not do what I did, bring the water and bring the water chip back. I'm being so honest.
Start over.
Yeah, you know what that means is you start the game over.
Start the game over.
I am not Alice. I get
Well, no
Didn't you
commitment.
already
Got it.
start over once?
yes.
Well, then you,
It's-
Fajon,
but-
you have so much. This game, like, has like the power of information is so huge in this game that you could absolutely start over, and you'd be in the same place you are now. It's not like you really leveled up. You had 36 health. What level even were you when you did the Mariposa and all that stuff?
I don't know. I had 56 self. That's all
Okay,
I
so
know.
you probably only went up like 2
I have
levels.
55, so and I restarted. I'm not that far in.
Yeah, like Fajon, understand, you haven't really done a whole lot. Like
He's saying you ain't even done shit.
you've achieved things, but you haven't really done anything. Like that's
Okay.
the thing here.
okay, so again, got the first ending, which let me spam again. So
You
It's
get the
not an
bat.
ending.
It's
Come
the,
well, not ending, but alternate. But so this is how this ended up happening. I went on from my understanding what was the normal progression after I finally learned how to do shit.
you went to
made
the
it,
wrong side of the map.
No, wait, yeah, I went to Shady. I made it Shady,
I made this shitty.
and I was confused on because I didn't know that you can keep walking through borders, and there was like green section that took you to other parts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that at first. I ended up finding out, but that was like later on. But I didn't know that this. I was like, well, there's not a lot of shit here. I got the rope from the dude at the front, traded something with him.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to the what is it, vault 15?
Yeah, the vault. Just say you can just say
Yeah.
the vault.
I went to the other vault, went down. So after that, I was like, not much shit down here. Where the fuck do I go now?
Mm.
So I was like, maybe all the way left because this is all the way around. I'm gonna go all the way left.
Okay.
I just started clicking. Look, I got no. This is just lucky because if I would have got aside from the one where y'all were in call with me and I was like, he has a minigun. He didn't hit me, so I didn't have the like.
got
I
really
didn't
lucky.
understand. Yeah, that was the only random encounter I had getting all the way over there, and the one I did have, he didn't hit me, so I didn't have the idea in my mind that I'm not supposed to be here because I'm dying immediately. So
And I will
I
say,
went to, Go
you
ahead.
you you didn't run. You combat glitched your way
yeah.
through Mariposa.
Okay.
So
That's,
again,
that's your fault.
you
What?
you absolutely didn't like the lesson to learn that you shouldn't be there. You cheated your way through, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Like let's not say, "Oh, there was no way I couldn't have known to not be here." You
Yeah, I
made the
just-
decision to not find out.
okay.
You
I
combat glitch to Mariposa?
Mm-hmm.
I
You cheated.
well, okay, wait, no. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that was okay.
Scrub.
Getting over there.
Okay.
I didn't have the combat glitch.
Oh, right. To be fair,
Wait,
you
the
know, no, I
dude
got you. I
took
got
me-
you.
Go.
Yeah, he talked to the guy at the gate, and the guy, if you're like, at any
Not
point,
hostile or don't have a weapon.
yeah, if you well, no, you can just talk to him as well. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
If because he talked to him, he said, "I'm gonna take you to my boss," and so you basically go to the level you need to be in Mariposa to do the objective, and then he just ran
Yeah.
away from the guy,
Yeah, I just ran away from him.
and it's
So
it's
I
at
didn't
the
start
face.
I didn't start combat glitching until after I hacked the computer. Cause and at that point I was just too deep. If I'm being honest, I was already too deep.
I'm in too deep.
Yeah, I was in too deep. I had to, cause like I think I had one save before that, maybe, and I don't think it was a good one. I think I maybe had one. I could be wrong. So I got in there. Luckily, my skills were what they close enough to what they need to be for me to hack computer. I had the computer, got all of the files I needed, whatever. The first time I set the alarm off by accident.
That was
That
pretty
one you
funny.
were here, Connor.
Yeah.
So and you left, and Isaiah saw the effects of that because there was a force field with the yellow ones you can't break
Right.
unless you had. I think Isaiah said you had to have a repair skill high enough. Mine was just
Yeah.
simply was high enough. I tried blowing it up, tried repairing it, tried science it, didn't work. So I went back to the save to where I came down and talked to the boss at the military base.
Yeah.
What did I save? It's a locker. Wait, no. Yeah, it was another locker. I gotta explain this. So, the red force fields, I could walk through that.
You just
But
take damage.
I just take them. I didn't have any stems because I used both of my stems on accident in the rat cave.
Okay. Sure.
so it was another locker that I didn't see at first. I picked that one, got in that one. Luckily, it had 2 more stems, which was enough for me to get through. After I had the computer and I didn't set off the alarm, it was enough for me to get through the red gate. That's before that. Well, as soon as you take the elevator down, there's a red gate.
Right.
Took damage there. All right, pop the stem. There's another red gate. Took damage there. As soon as you go back up the elevator, there's one more of those.
There's one more.
fuckers. So, Isaiah gave me the good idea to save, and this I had what was it, like 20 health, I think.
I think it was
believe-
19.
Yeah, it was like 19 or something like that.
What?
I was like, so essentially, I noticed that they didn't do max damage every time.
Right.
So it was just me reloading that save over and over until the force field didn't do the damage. And I walked away with 6 health. 6 health in a dream was the name of the save. And then I bolted out of that bitch. I got past the guards that were there.
How many times did you level up after that? Because you get 10,000 XP for doing it.
Jesus.
Yeah, you get a lot.
I didn't. Okay, with your upgrades, right?
Mhm.
Your health pool is affected by if you level it up. I'm
No.
assuming?
Endurance, I
Ah.
think, applies to how much health you get per time you level up. It's like D&D.
So if I don't level up my endurance, then my health isn't really gonna move much.
It's gonna move a little bit, but like it's not gonna be as significant as
So
if
you
you had
have
high.
to level up.
Yeah, okay. No, I leveled up. I don't know how much I got, but I
Okay.
put it. So at that point, I was like, yeah, I'm not. I don't. I still. I didn't really understood. I did. Okay. Wish I would have known that it gave me that much XP because I didn't see where it gave me that much. I wasn't paying attention.
I mean,
Pain-
literally above the little the
Well, no, I
text
was
the
only
text
seeing
thing, it
the
just says
points.
level up.
I was just seeing the points. I wasn't seeing like how much it gave me.
Did you blow up the base?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
blew
did.
it.
Okay, then you should have leveled up for sure.
Yeah, he got a lot of XP.
And just ignored it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you actually leveled up, did you?
I
Like to level up, you have to go to a menu and actually do
Yes.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, no, I did that.
Okay, making
Okay.
sure.
But I didn't do that. Okay, I saw my.
What
health
did you
went
do?
up.
I don't understand.
Yeah, wait. I saw my health go up,
Uh-huh.
but that wasn't from me going in and adding stuff immediately. I'm gonna get to that.
What is there to
I'ma get
get
to
to?
I'm gonna get to that.
What is
So,
this? Mr. Magoo
I-
over here, fucking blowing up super mutant bases.
I'm gonna get to that. So after I blew it up, didn't go into the pit boy and then use my skill points.
Right.
Just I did, but not then. So after that, I was like, where do I need to go now? I was like, okay. I turned into Jimmy Neutron. I was like,
Brain
it seems
blast.
like, yeah, it seems like all the hard shit. Cause like they said, this is like you guys said, this is one of the main two things you have to do.
Yeah.
I was like, so it seems like all the hard shit is on this side, and the shit that like, make you learn the game or explore is on the other side. So that means the second objective is somewhere around here. I went straight down, found a brotherhood. He was like, "Oh yeah, there's a hole."
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
the glow. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
You didn't go to the glow, did you?
I did go to the glove.
How'd that turn out?
Oh, I got what I needed and I left.
Oh, okay.
Um, I did not go down to the lower level. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. I was gonna ask
Um,
if you knew if you even got irradiated. I'm sure you did, but I'm sure you never
no,
checked
I
to
had
actually
rad.
know.
I had the rad things.
What? How'd you know where to get those?
I was in a locker I found.
Oh yeah, they're in there, I guess.
It
Fine.
was just in a
I'll
locker.
let
I
it
found. It
go
was
for
just in a
now.
locker. It was.
And
I
the
got
and the
lucky. It
game's
was.
pretty good at like you don't know how much radiation you have, but the
Yeah.
game would be like you feel really terrible.
You
And
feel
you're like, oh,
bad.
I should probably take some rat away.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I had. I think the locker I had opened had like 6 in it or some shit.
How'd you know to use the rope to go down? How did you have more rope?
Okay, let me get to that. So
I have
I
so many questions.
yeah, I okay. So once I got to the wasteland and I came across the master or whatever,
Excuse me?
okay, the master, the dude in the bottom.
Yeah.
You
Do you
didn't
want me to
just
explain how I got in first?
Yeah, because you don't just happen
Okay,
across him.
so I walked through the little cathedral. Once I
Yeah.
got down there, I went through the cathedral and I talked to the people in there. They kept saying shit about the master, and they said something about Morpheus. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Morpheus?
Sure.
I think. What Mephisto?
I don't remember.
I don't remember how you pronounce his name. I know it's
Fisto?
something.
That's in Vegas.
But so and they like loosely said his quarters were upstairs or some shit like that,
Yeah.
or in the higher levels. So and I could see the stairs behind that door that they're in front of. So look, from learning from Isaiah, I could drop stuff and try to blow doors up because I didn't have a key. My lock picking skill wasn't high enough. Blew it up. And I just kept running up the stairs until I saw somebody that looked like they were of importance, and I saw him sitting in the corner of the room. I opened the door and talked to him. My speech skill was high enough, so I had the dialogue to like where he just took me. I messed up like twice talking to him because two of the like variations I chose, he just ended up trying to fight me.
Okay. I have a question
And I
before
was
that. How did
go ahead.
Okay. You blew up a door to get
Uh-huh.
to where he is, correct?
Yeah.
Was it the door on the very first floor of the cathedral?
Yeah, in that little room where everybody's sitting, where everybody's standing.
Yeah, with like the church pews.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you not aggro everyone and they didn't just beat your ass?
Dude, I thought they were gonna kill me. Nobody gave a fuck.
That's
I
weird.
placed it, and I think the chick, I'm pretty sure that's a lady that's standing right there with the black on.
Yeah.
It blew her up.
Oh.
She died.
I'm okay.
Cause she was too close to this. She died,
She died.
and I was
Oh,
like,
he
I was prepared.
died.
I was prepared to like just immediate lose because I knew like I'm not high enough level to fight anybody in here. Like talking is gonna hit my best bet.
Right.
So like as soon as I killed her, I was like, oh shit, they're about to fuck me up. Nobody did nothing. They did not give a fuck. Why I could not tell you. I didn't do the little A glitch because I didn't feel threatened by anybody there, so I wasn't already holding or anything. They just didn't fuck with me. I killed her and I talked to the dude that was standing right beside her. I think Tone or Ton or Ton or whatever the fuck his name is, and he was in there like, yeah, get the fuck out my face. And after that, I just went upstairs.
All right.
So I was like, okay.
Are there super mutants up there?
They didn't fuck fuck with me. I saw them like shaded in the corner.
What is this?
Yeah, they were like, cause they're like shaded off in the corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure. At least that's what I saw 'em.
Shaded.
They didn't. Yeah, I couldn't really. I didn't know if like I just wasn't close enough, or what. But they didn't fuck with me. So
All right.
look. I guess I could not explain that part to you.
We'll take it.
So like I said, got up, talked to him, messed up twice. So 2 of the times he ended up trying to fight me, and I didn't want to kill him because based off what I heard downstairs, he was important. And it was so I selected. I finally got the dialogue. I figured out the dialogue loop to be able to get down there.
Mm.
And once I figured out, I saved. I didn't save once I got down there. I purposely died so I can go back to him and save right before I talked to him, just in case I messed up something while I was down there.
Right.
I say, so I started talking to him, and I got the dialogue I had ended up either me dying or having to fight him, which I didn't have the ability to do because I was too low level, or me joining their side. So I tried that one just to see what it was. That's how I got the first one. That's how I got that ended.
Right.
And I was like, okay, there has to be because I remember you guys saying you could peacefully talk these people down.
I don't think I ever said that.
Was it? You know, you guys are saying something about Fallout, so you could talk them down. I could be wrong. Or you could talk like bosses down or some shit, or like you can not fight the final bosses and all the fights. So one of you guys said that.
I mean, okay, sure.
One of you guys said something
probably.
like that. I don't know who it was.
Well, yeah, but I
Um,
mean, it probably would have been me saying that as like a general overall thing you can do in Fallout games, is talk most of the final bosses
Yeah, that
down.
was you. Yeah, that was you. Somebody said something like that. So I remember that, and I was like, yeah, this other option isn't leading to that. So I'm not gonna lie. I searched the guy.
Okay.
I did. I was like, because because my speech was already high. Because I was at that point. That's where I ended up using my skill points at. Because I was like, okay, maybe my speech isn't high enough to get a dialogue option the way it was. So I put everything in the speech. That's what that was my solution.
That's
My
when you
speech
spent
is
your
at
skill
80.
points.
Yeah, my speech is at 80.
It's pretty good. It's pretty
So,
good.
so I was like, okay, maybe my speech just isn't high enough to get another option of where where like I can win this just off talking.
Because you
So I
weren't
put
gonna beat him in
everything.
a fight.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna beat him in a fight, so I put everything in the speech. That was the solution I came up with. I still didn't get another dialogue option. So I was at that point. I was like, okay, there's something I'm missing. So I searched the guide I did a straight up search how to talk him down or how to peace talk to him, and it was like, and I saw it was a different dialogue option, and and essentially, long story short, it was like a minute video. Dude was like, yeah, you have to have Vree's notes or however you say her name, and she's in the Brotherhood. I was like, oh, so I need to figure out. I probably need to go to that place the glow place. Bring them what the fuck they want so I can get down there, talk to her, come back. So, and this is why I also think some of my days went because I needed more rope.
It took days to find it.
No.
Days to get rope.
No, I was like, okay, maybe my assumption was the dude maybe like refills on rope, so I ran all the way back up to Shady.
Oh dear lord.
So I ran all the way back up there.
That's
He didn't
so
have any more.
far. That's
Yeah.
so
That's
far.
that's why I said I think that's where some of my days went. That's where a good bit of my days went.
You
I
ran
ran
from
all
the glow all the way to Shady Sands.
Yes.
There's like 3 places in between. It's like 4.
I just ran around all of them. I know where I needed to go. I think
You know, if
he
you
didn't
talk
have
to
any more rope.
if you talk to any other
Oh.
NPCs, you would have learned about the other locations. Just saying. I love
I
that.
ran.
I love how little you've talked to almost any of the characters. You're almost just speedrunning the game at this point.
I have one question for you. How many companions do you have?
Not a single one. I
Zero.
didn't
Well,
know that was a
you don't even
thing.
need to ask that. Absolutely,
So
he
you,
I
didn't
didn't know
talk to
that
you
was-
anyone.
talk to nobody.
Yeah, he really.
I did
yeah.
not. If I wasn't forced to talk to them, I didn't talk to them. I'm gonna be. That's pretty much.
If it wasn't
That's
Bro,
pretty
mission
you,
much.
you
critical,
missed
I
out
didn't
on a
talk to him.
free companion.
He didn't get into fights. He didn't need him.
Oh,
Ian would have weighed him down.
Listen, I found Katya finally, but we'll get into that from my side. But we'll continue with this.
yeah.
So, you solo level this shit.
Not
yes.
really. No.
Not really, though.
No, he
Not a
Mr.
single
Magoo.
level.
Minus the aura farming.
So
He didn't fight
not,
anyone.
Yeah, not at
Not a
all.
single level. I soloed
No, you Mr. Magoo.
agility.
Nope.
Yes.
You weren't fast either.
Um.
You literally failed.
Okay. So I ran all the way up to Shady, and he didn't have any more rope, but I did. I started running around, and I did see the little green shit. And I think from
Little green shit.
yeah, the little green squares
I know,
instead of the
I
red
know,
ones.
I know.
I think from your gameplay I saw. I remember that you was walking, or you told Alice that or something. Yeah, you were yelling at Alice.
Yes.
About it. That's what
Who's
it was.
Alice?
Alex.
Nope, still
Who
not
was
an
yelling?
X.
Okay.
It's fine.
You were yelling at him about it,
Correct.
and I was like, maybe, and I was like, okay,
Maybe there's something
probably
to
something.
learn here from
Yeah.
this overly
Yeah.
angry man.
yeah, pretty much. And I bullshit around for a little bit, and I found another green section. Went towards, I think that's the farm area, and I started just walking through the buildings, and just like running my cursor over shit until something let me click on it, and it was like a bookshelf, I think. And I searched it, and it had rope and a book
Wow.
that the character looked like the CS:GO outline for the reason. Like that
Oh.
would have looked like that. I'm probably tripping.
You probably
But,
found a skill book, that's all it was.
Yeah, but so found that rope, ran all the way back down to the glow. Ran all the way back to the glow, dropped down, got the shit off the armor. Left the glow because I was like, yeah, whatever the fuck is down there, I don't need to fuck with it. Left the go, ran back to the. I read the little shit. I read it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I read it.
What'd it say?
Read the little document. That was a long ass shit, but
Okay.
it was basically saying how from my understanding, like if I had a, from my understanding, them motherfuckers can't make babies.
There you go. Okay. He did
Yeah.
read it. Okay.
Um,
All right.
He watched
You're
So-
someone.
trying to goon.
That's true.
so
He watched someone read it to him.
okay, wow. I don't want to be here anymore.
Why?
That low. I
Take your
searched
lumps.
one guide. But I read
To be
it.
fair, Fajon, you didn't search one guide. You searched the guide because you looked up
The
the part. You
guide.
looked up the part that ends the game. Like this
Well,
isn't
but it was
like you looked up where an item you wanted was, or how to complete like a
Okay.
non-necessary thing. You looked up the thing to end the game.
Yes, but like I was already there.
You didn't
I
have
already
to
made
be.
it there. I
You
just
made that
did
choice.
It.
You could have found the water chip.
It was too late.
It was not too late. It's never too late.
Like, but
You could have looked up where the water chip was, got it, and then saved your people, and then cheated your way to the rest of the game.
But dude, I still don't think if I would have went and got the water chip instead of the stuff, the logs, I
Mhm.
still don't think I would have made it back to drop off. I'm so serious. I spent so much time in tutorial
I want you
mode.
to, I want you to reload your save and then open your Pip Boy just to see how many days you had left.
Okay.
I'd honestly want to
can
know
do
that
that.
number. And
But,
while and you just keep telling your story, or we can throw it to Alex while you look it up.
no, I can open it while we do that. But yeah. So I was like, okay, I just need to take this to them and get back, and I can talk to him and end this, right?
Right.
I take it to them, talk to Bree. She explains it, and I was like, okay, cool. I just need to get back to this ugly fucker and
That's
pick
an
the one
understatement.
dialogue that I wasn't able to select. I'm bolting. I'm running. When I say like there is this much space between me, wait, hold on. There is this much space between me and the wasteland before the vault fucking dies. It is so minuscule, bro. Like it
Brains
is
on the
the tiny.
hourglass.
I'm like I'm right there. I'm on the edge of the wasteland before it's just poof, and they just die. And I'm like, you're gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. You you're joking. Like there's no way that this is how it is for.
This is
I'm so
this is not what
close.
it is. Well, like
I was
I
so.
I, I do want to pick a little bit at your brain on this. Like
Okay, how do
how?
I? You said look at my Pit Boy.
Yeah.
Okay, on my Pit Boy right now, this is where I just left the glow. Because well, no, this is on my way back.
Okay.
It is April the 26th.
Okay.
Uh, like 2162, and then
Literally, when you click on the Pit
1915.
Boy, it should actually just tell you how many days you have left.
I'm not. Oh wait. Which number is it?
The
Says
literally
days
says
left.
blank of water's day left. It's like a sticky note.
Oh, 8.
Thank you. 8?
Yeah.
You. That's crazy. Like you. Like I know you're explaining your path through this, but like, and like here's the issue. Your plot doesn't have a lot of points to it. Like every single plot point that you're going through is like you have to attribute like 20, 30 days to each thing to even get to 8 days left of water. That's so much putzing around. I think I got to like 30 or 40. No, I got to I had 50 left and then I went and found the chip. So I'm pretty sure I got the water chip back with like 40 something days left to spare.
Yeah.
You know how hard you have to not progress to get to 8?
You know how hard it was for me to understand how to play this game for almost 4 hours?
It's just yeah, but like you haven't done anything. Just restart.
I'll be right back real quick.
Okay.
I didn't know days mattered.
You're told that days matter. He literally says
Listen,
150 days or like 3
He's-
something months
he said that,
and you ignored it.
and I, for one, kind of ignored it,
Uh-huh.
and for two, was like, yeah, I have a lot of time. That's not. I didn't know
Fajon,
4 hours of me
you
being in there.
do have a lot of time. You
Listen,
spent
I didn't know 4. I didn't know me also not saving or like pausing as I'm going to the bathroom. Get that shit going.
but like just
Come on,
I'm
cut
not
me
putting
some slack here.
I'm not putting all this on the game. I'm
Cut
absolutely
me some
not.
slack here, man.
No.
I didn't know
You
me
don't pause.
being
You
a
don't
fat
pause your
ass.
game when you get
No,
up.
no,
You
I
don't hit
didn't know
start.
me. Listen, I was in a safe spot, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go down the road and get me a fucking Red Bull." I didn't know that shit was gonna keep running.
Again, you don't hit pause on your games when you walk away.
I come from playing Fortnite. We don't have a pause button, man.
You've played other things that do.
I'm sorry, is Fortnite the only game you've ever played?
Like Fortnite is your own, not your only
no,
perspective.
no. Let me answer the question. Is Fortnite the only game you've ever
When
played?
you play
No.
something.
Yes or no?
Wait.
Yes or
Yes
no?
or no?
Hold on, let me explain.
You
Yes
can
or
just
no?
say no. You can just say no.
Listen. When you play something competitively for 4 years straight, your brain gets wired to think that's how thing. Call of Duty don't get it. Fortnite don't get it. Marvel
Call of Duty
Rivals don't
definitely
get
has
it.
it in the single player mode.
I know who plays single player.
That's pretty
I
funny.
do, motherfucker.
Did,
I
God
don't.
damn.
here,
That's the
hey,
only reason I
Fajon,
play those Call of Duties.
wait, hold on. No, wait. There's a very recent example that's really easy to go through. Hey, Fajon, did you ever hit start in Far Cry 3 when you went up to do something? That
cooked.
lean back. That lean back tells me somebody hit the pause button when they got up in Far Cry 3. Yeah, let that.
Oh, all the wait. I did not. Not like that.
You tell me you
To be
never
honest,
once paused the game.
You have
if we're not
to do your skills.
wait. Yeah, no. If we're not counting that, no.
No, we
That's
are. We're counting it.
if
Well-
we're counting that, then yes. But if we're, I was
Okay,
like, yeah, I gotta do this. But if we're not,
I'm not
I
counting that because it's the context that matters. It's the fact
Then
he
no.
doesn't hit pause to.
I
Okay, but
Elden Ring doesn't have a pause.
I'm back.
How to pause when
different
Flame
genre.
Radon?
Different
Yeah.
genre.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I've gotten used to games where you don't have a pause button.
No,
Hold on, I'm gonna
you
check
have
his
a
Steam
pause
account real
button.
quick.
You're just not like taking into account time or things still happening.
Yes,
Like in Far
yes.
Cry 3, when you were just standing in the middle of a base you cleared, like you noticed that people were still like doing things, right? Until you hit pause and then nothing and then everything stopped.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know they were doing
Okay,
it, but they
well
weren't a
then
threat
just
to me. I could.
Yeah,
It
but like
wasn't.
it's the concept of stopping time that is important here.
Here, let's ask our guest of today's show, of Cyclone here.
Our expert.
Yeah, hey, Cyclone, have you ever paused a game before?
You ever pause?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
have.
feel like we have to word this differently.
What do you?
How do you want to word it? How do you want to
No,
word it?
I got it. Because I started this. I have it strung out in my mind. Have you ever paused a game to stop in-game time? Or to
With
Purpose.
with
to-
purpose.
with purpose? Well,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Okay. I didn't know. I wasn't really paying attention to the fact
Yeah.
that if my ass wanted to go down, because I'll be in like a safe area, like Shady Sands. Nobody's fucking with me there. Yeah, I'm going to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom, not pause. I went down the street to the gas station a couple times.
I
to
mean,
grab some
this
drinks.
does explain how you got to 8 days. It really does. But also, this is just. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, you can't do anything about it now.
Yeah.
But in the
Yeah, it's too
future,
late now.
just escape.
We're gonna next time we play Elden Ring, I'm gonna be trying to pause it. just
No,
so-
that's
every
not.
time-
That's not the point of the conversation, and
I'm
you
gonna
know
sit
it.
out at a grace. We're stopping the bus fight for a second.
No.
The whole idea of Fallout 1 is you're on a time limit.
Listen, I understood that, but
I don't think you did.
What, listen, he said it, and
Make
I
this
was
man
like,
play Majora's Mask.
listen. He said it, and in
No.
the back of my mind, and I was like, okay, I have a certain amount of time before I get this. Okay, I have to do it in a certain amount of time. I didn't think. I could tell me running across areas that time was passing. I could
Right.
tell then, but I wasn't really paying attention to it when uh for example, like I said, I get to Sage Sands and there's nobody fucking with me. Or I'm at the front of the cathedral and there's nobody fucking.
Do you remember when you activated the self-destruct sequence where you would stand still and the timer would still go down?
But
Ooh.
I activated that.
Ooh.
I did that.
But
I
that
initiated that.
you don't control time just because you tell a timer to start.
Unless it's a stopwatch.
No.
Eh.
Time.
'Cause there-
This is
I
some.
kind of do.
This
You
is
kind of do.
no. This is some
This
like
because-
if a
guess
tree
what? 'Cause
falls
you
in the
could
woods and
select-
no one's around,
Hold
does
on,
it still
could-
make a
Today's going
sound?
too fast. Let me tell the sun to stop real quick.
Click.
Okay, that's all I have. That's all I got.
No, that's. I mean, listen, we're absolutely going to keep criticizing you for that because it's funny, But
deserve it, but
the thing I
like,
care about more that I want to talk about is okay, we've established you don't really talk to people in this game, and
mhm.
you don't take the I'm not trying to grill you too bad for this, but you absolutely don't take the time to really read or digest what people are saying to you a little bit. So,
I need you to also understand that
okay.
I am from a completely different generation. Yo.
Yes, I know.
Listen, if you
I
wait, hold
know.
on. I need you to understand. That said, I am on
Are
the
you?
earliest. Yes,
What year were
I'm
you
Gen
born?
Z. The end of '99,
So
damn
Okay.
near.
the same decade, okay.
Yeah, same decade, but
We're all yeah.
loosely. I'm at, I'm at the like I said, I'm at the earlier end of it, but like I am the best you're gonna get when it comes to reading and having attention span.
From that
And
generation.
yes,
You're really
all right,
throwing a lot of people under the bus right now.
on average. Now there's obviously gonna be some outliers that are like that love reading and all that. On average, I'm the
Oh,
best you're gonna
wait.
get.
Sorry. Let me rephrase that. Fajon, you're really throwing a lot of people under the battle bus. Just that's just so people understand that
Oh,
reference because you
yeah.
children can only think of
Mm.
Fortnite. So there's
Listen,
that.
you
Mm-hmm.
listen. I cannot. If you think me like skimming through, because I'm not gonna say like I brought this book. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna show. This is a
Just
book
to
from a
pretend I
YouTuber.
read.
No, this is a book from a YouTuber I brought,
Is it Ninja's
and
book?
it's no,
What?
it's their first manga. It's from Corey Kitchen. It's their first manga. I
That sounds
brought it.
interesting.
He's my favorite. It's called Monsters We Make. Pretty good. It sold 200,000 copies the first week.
Wait, what is this ad campaign?
But no, yeah, my bad. I brought it. I brought it.
Like, why do you know how much it
Favorite YouTube
sold?
because like it broke a record. It broke like the U.S. records and shit.
For
It's still
what?
breaking the U.S. Like books sold. It's
Two
legitimately
hundred
broke
thousand?
in the week in less
Oh,
than a week. My bad.
okay.
In less
I
than a
was
week.
about to say like that's not a lot
That's
for
like
its release.
and that's but I brought it favorite YouTube and this is loosely a manga slash comic. I have yet to read this shit. I've had
Oh,
it for
there it is.
I've had it for 2 weeks.
I was waiting for the twist on this.
That's
I
not a
haven't.
reading problem. That's just
A
you're
U
not
pro.
starting something. It's
It,
just like us with any video game, really.
that's also
Like,
true. But I
but
guess you
like,
know what? I think the task of it being reading probably doesn't help.
yeah, yes, I I
I
could have
just like to imagine.
listened.
No. Hold on. I just like to imagine Fajon just sitting there, just going, looks over
That's exactly
longingly
what happened.
at book. Nah, not
Like I
tonight.
went through like I went
Nah.
through I've legit done like this, like with the pages, and
Flip
I've
through
like
it.
look at like wait yeah like just flip through the
That's kind
pages
of a
and
thick.
see something.
That's kind of a thick graphic novel.
Oh no, he puts like
How many
how many
pages are
chapters?
in there?
I don't know how many pages, but
Just go to the end and look at the number.
oh wait, you're right. Uh, does it
It
even say? I don't think
it
it
should
says.
it doesn't say.
No,
He didn't pause the
okay.
book, so he can't tell.
He's been.
Open the front and just look out what's the last chapter start at, if it has that in there.
Uh, I'm trying to look into it.
Bro, I'm not
Oh,
about to sit here and walk you through how a book works.
okay. Yes.
Like,
God damn.
Fucking Zoomers.
224 pages.
for a manga, that's not bad. Well, actually, no. I mean, that's a lot for a manga, but that's like a couple volumes put together.
Especially
Oh,
for the
hold on.
first.
Wait, hold on. I got you. I got you.
It's for. I think he put. How many chapters he put in there? I think like 6 chapters are in there.
Okay. Okay. So
8
this.
chapters are in there.
Okay, only 8. That's a lot. That's
Wait.
thick for chapters. All right. So Fajon, just for reference, if you look at the screen share real fast, I can show
Uh-huh.
you. So this is my Air Gear. For some reason, they made volume 6, 15, 16, 17 one volume. Like that's how thick that is.
Oh.
And
It
it's
would have never gotten rid. So serious.
really, I love Air Gear. It's so good. And
So
and Fajon,
it's-
this is only even with like the ad pages at the end. There's only like 216 in here. Like this isn't really that much.
How did it get so thick then? This is
Well, because
thicker than this.
it's 3 manga pressed into basically without the
Oh,
spines
okay.
pressed into 1 volume.
Okay.
Man, I forgot how good
Well, yeah,
Air
like,
looked.
but dude, I was like, but yeah, listen, it's not even like I'm not interested because even with things I'm interested in, like Naruto, I have like 6. I've read none of them shits.
Well, man, that's fine. You're not really missing a whole lot at a certain point.
But like,
No offense, but
so
you know,
it was like I think
massive
the
shade.
last I genuinely read was the Solo Leveling manga.
That's.
The what?
How long did it take you to
I
read
gotta go to the
that?
bathroom real fast. You guys keep going.
How long? I read that as it came out.
Oh, I read all of it in
Like,
2 days.
so as the chapters came, I read it like I was reading it as it came out. So I don't know. I couldn't really give you exact time. But yeah, I was like, so yeah, it's not that I want to say wasn't paying attention, but like I skim, like most shit I was just skimming. To be honest with you, and I wasn't even paying attention either. I just thought I had a lot more time than I really had, and I also didn't know. I also wasn't accounting. I didn't really understand how many days going back and forth from each. Because if I would have understood that me going from the glow all the way to Shady Sands would have took XYZ amount of days, I was like, okay, yeah, I can't do that to get this rope because that's gonna fuck me up.
Okay.
So, did you
You know
did you
what I
keep
mean?
trading for the rope? Is that what you kept doing?
No, he's trying to find
Wait,
it.
say that again?
So
Well, no,
if you ever have you so let me ask you this. When you were playing, did you ever hold shift to highlight items on the ground?
no. I just
I
went
mean, I'm
around
not
the
even.
direction.
I don't even think. I think that helps, but I don't think that was going to solve his problems.
It would
Yeah,
have helped him find the free rope that's on the ground.
I mean, yeah,
yeah.
but
What was a free roll? Okay, can you tell me what a free roll was?
In Shady Sands,
Okay,
if
see,
you go
listen.
to where all the Brahmin are,
okay.
instead of having to like try and like barter for it, there's this little hut next to where all the like the stuff's growing. If you go in there, you'll see rope on the ground. If you go into anywhere and you just like press shift,
Okay, you're
it'll
already
highlight.
Okay,
going.
that was
You're already going
yeah,
so many steps beyond because you're
that
acting
wasn't
like
really
he
my
went into
problem.
huts at all.
My problem.
If he didn't go into huts to
That's
talk
why
to
I'm
people,
explaining. That's where it
this
was.
this wouldn't have helped. Like this wouldn't have solved this
No,
problem.
it's not. My problem wasn't that I couldn't get the rope. I found rope, like, it felt like maybe a minute being in shady. A second rope, my bad, because I already bartered for the first one. The second one, if it didn't take me no time to find it. It wasn't that I couldn't find the rope. It was the fact that I wouldn't have if I understood how many days it was going to take me to get from the glow all the way to Shady's, and I realized that I didn't have that much time left before the people in the vault died because I didn't have the water chip. I probably would have seen there were other options
Okay,
before walking all the way up there.
I will say, just to put a pause on this because I don't want to lose where I was trying to go with you talking about reading and listening to characters or like talking to people. Like this game, its greatest point is like the master as a villain and a character to talk to and learn about. You talked to him and you dealt with him. Did you really pay attention to what he said? Or
Yeah,
how do you
okay.
feel about him as a
I,
character or villain in the story?
I like his character. I would. Is there a remake of Fallout One,
No.
like a 3D mode? There's
No,
not.
not even
I would.
close.
There's a
I
bunch
would.
of different like fan projects that I'm trying to import it into like 3D Fallout, but
They're never gonna get done.
I would love if it was done because I actually, those situations where you kind of side with the villain,
Yeah?
uh,
I don't know where
Um,
this is going
or
in
like you
terms
can
of the
understand,
master.
or you can understand where they're coming from. It's not maybe not side, but understand where they're coming from. Like Pain from Naruto.
no.
No.
You're talking about empathy, right? Wait.
Yeah, like empathy, you understand where they're
Wait,
coming
empathy or
from.
sympathy? Am I saying the right one?
Empathy.
empathy.
Yeah.
Empathy. Okay, you can empathize with them.
Yeah.
You understand where they're coming from, but you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
see where they're coming from. Or you haven't been through it yourself to know. So
Yeah, okay. So I talked to him. He was like, "Yeah, um, this world, like people like us humans, we fucked it up. We blew it all to smithereens. We already fucked it up. It's obvious we don't know. We didn't know what we were doing. Uh, I think the ghoul or something said something about ghoul. Like the other people that like are opposing him were like, they were in the way. So he was like, "Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. If everybody was mutants, it kind of felt Germany mustache manish.
What?
I don't want to, the German guy with the mustache did the big bad World War.
What, can you not say his name on YouTube or something?
I'm scared to be honest. It might. That's why I say it might.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
we're
really want.
monetized. You're talking about Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot
How
we're not.
dare
So,
he?
yeah. Dude, it's
I forgot we're
history.
not.
It
Yeah, but
happened.
it kind of felt like Hitlerish.
Yeah, some people didn't.
Um,
Stop.
loosely, like yeah,
Stop. Stop.
if we're all if we're all the same thing, we all have one objective, one goal. We can build a better world.
Unity.
Um, yeah,
That's when
unity.
you get the line
But
of unity between all three voices.
yeah, and then we're not. And if anybody that we're not gonna just like slaughter people. We're gonna give them the option to join our side and turn them into a mutant or whatever. And I can understand where he was coming from, kind of, but at the same point time, I read the fucking log and I was like, yeah, y'all can't make babies. Y'all gonna die out in I don't know how many years, but
Yeah, and then you get his.
They live a long time, but yeah.
They do. They do. But then you
yeah,
get the
but
dialogue of him going through like the understanding that
yeah, the understanding
he'll
he,
never actually succeed because
yeah,
it's
and everything
impossible to
he
procreate.
did, yeah, everything he did was for a waste.
Yep.
Another thing, you said we're talking about babies here. Even if they did, I ain't seen not one female mutant.
It's because they get castrated on creation. Like
Yeah, the radiation.
there's
The
no
FEV.
there's no gender anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, there aren't
Oh,
really like male or female. It's super mutant.
okay.
I don't know what the master's plan was with that. Maybe just get human females and hope, but the fact it can't happen at all is the point.
Yeah,
And it's like,
that's
it's one of the few times you experience. I guess we could talk about the end of the game a little bit, but like it's one of the few times you get a character in a story whose whole thing is like the end justifies the means, and then
you really.
you get the moment where you tell him the end will never actually happen, and it just goes, oh, well then blow it all up. Like I can't be around anymore. I'm a problem. I feel
Yeah,
like
he lives with
yeah
his mistakes.
yeah. He's like, yeah, I can't.
He's
Nope.
not like a lot of these villains. I feel like you tell them they're wrong, and they see clearly that they're wrong. Like, you know what? I may be wrong,
I can flip
but
it.
fuck you. I
Yeah,
can kill you. It's so
yeah. That
like
I
I
know
might be wrong, but I can kill you
a little bit.
to
It's
make
just
me feel better.
yeah. It's just like the master is definitely, or like honestly, I think it does speak a lot about like the writing style of the time, that the master is so at the very end of the game, and
Human.
you don't even get like inklings of what you're going to be dealing with at all. Like you get a little bit, like if you talk to Harold, who is a ghoul in Old Town at the hub. So you okay, the master.
I've been to the hood,
Right. But
and I've talked to Hero too.
you have.
Yeah, there were a few people I talked to. I did not talk to everybody, but there were
Okay.
like a
Well,
few instances I
did
did
you
stop.
listen to Harold's story about when he and that band of people went to that Mariposa?
I
They didn't call it
I did,
Mariposa,
but
but
it was I loosely listened.
okay. Well, fun fact, that story Harold is telling is basically what happened to the Master.
Oh.
Yes, Harold and the Master, before he became mutated like that, his real name, I forget, honestly, but he mentions it in the story. That's where you learn, oh, this guy,
Dr. Gray.
yes, Gray. So Gray and
Yeah.
Harold went to this military base. Oh, Alex, lost your camera feed.
You run to the restroom real quick.
Okay. So you learn about their backstory through that, and then you get a little bit through some of the holodiscs you can find elsewhere to get an idea of like FEV, like all the context and world building. You do have to like seek it out. It will not come to you, and that it's kind of nice in a really like weird way to not have to always have exposition thrown at you because you didn't get a whole lot playing through the game because of how it ended up happening.
I think the way it happened. So, but is it weird that I felt like I got all the exposition I needed. I felt at least okay. It's weird, but I feel like at least me going and watching what the ending I what the other ending I was gonna get.
Hmm.
I feel like everything I did, me not going anywhere else, learn about a little bit of information I got from the master, from Harold
Hmm.
at the hub. Between that, going to the Brotherhood, talking to Viri, I felt like I got a complete story. Is that weird? Is that wrong?
No, because this is something in my notes that I put down of like the water chip couldn't matter less to the overall story of what's happening or like what the game wants you to get out of its story. The water chip is purely there to get you to explore and talk to people to try to solve this problem. And then as you because so you missed it, but what happens is you get the water chip, you go back to the vault, give it to the overseer, and he says, "All right, you've thanks for the chip. Go to this computer and debrief yourself. Like what did you see? All the things you experienced, put them in this computer." And when you go back and talk to him, he's like, "All right, so I read your debrief. There's some stuff in there I'm not a fan of. I don't like the stuff with the super mutants is worrying. You need to go back out there and solve this so it's not a problem for the vault." And that's the entire context of you going out to destroy Mariposa and then destroy the Master. Like that's it. It's like this is probably going to be a problem for us. Go solve it.
Okay.
Yeah, there isn't like a giant through
I wonder if he
line.
killed the overseer. Do you know?
No. I don't even know if you can. You
Oh,
probably can.
let's see.
You're gonna look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Well, actually, Fajon, funny enough, depending on your reputation, I think at the end, there's actually two variations of the actual ending that you can get. I think it depends on your reputation or like how good or bad your character was. One of them is the overseer says you're a hero and you have to leave, and he walks back into the vault, and then your character walks off. The other one is as he starts to walk away, your character pulls out a gun and shoots him in the back before he gets into the vault. And then you still walk away. You don't go back into the vault. Which, depending on how you look at it, you probably prefer one ending over the other. You're making a lot of faces. What? What? Yes? Speak. Let it. What are you looking at?
He took out this motherfucking rib cage off.
Oh. Oh, did he have like a minigun or a rocket launcher or something? What?
He punched.
He punched
He
him?
punched. He punched.
Is there unique? Huh. Weird.
He unarmed punched him.
And okay, I guess there's unique.
He's crawls to the fucking.
You gotta stop watching this because clearly you can't keep it together. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know how much. I don't know how much I'm enjoying the fact that you have found so much joy in the overseer being killed like this. It's kind of weird, man. I'm gonna need you to
Dude,
calm down just a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
Like,
Dude, it's just funny because it's like one moment he's like, yeah. Hadouken!
did you? Okay, first of all, there's so many things wrong with
I
what you
did it
just did.
wrong.
You
I did
absolutely
it
did it
wrong.
wrong, and it's
But
upset me.
that's not the point. I'm sorry.
I don't think
It's
you're that
like
sorry.
it's like he's a whole piece of bread and somebody threw a combat knife at him.
Okay, so going back to it, you could kill the overseer apparently in game. Anyway,
The game ends there.
but that makes sense.
It just ends.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you
What
don't.
else is there?
Yeah, you don't need to go back outside. I mean, it makes sense. He's the only one who's telling you to go out and do things.
Okay. All right. I'm good. Alex, let's hear your journey, man, because you've been through it too.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
you
so-
two have had the most problems with this game so far.
I won't say I had problems. I just fucked myself. So-
That's a problem.
I soft locked myself my first run. So I right to about where we're at now. We had to fight a death clause. I had one save, and it was when I was over at the gun runners. And every time I'd come back, there's already the 3 death claws that were chasing me are already right there. They move first and fucking murder me every time. So I kind of soft locked myself. I
Rotate
could
your
have done
saves,
the
kids.
combat glitch. Now I have 2.
Are you holding it as you're entering there? If you just
I'm
gotta
not
hold
doing
it.
the
Don't press
combat
it.
glitch.
Oh, my bad. My
I-
bad.
I ain't doing
My
that.
bad.
I'm like, you know what? I fucked up. Let me run back. So right now, I'm past that now. Currently, I found out I can get the ranger guy. What was his name?
Tycho.
I got Tycho. I got Dogmeat. I got Katja. Or Katia. And within the first 20 minutes of me getting Tycho, I went down to the hub, or is it the boneyard that has the friendly lending company?
Hub.
I went to the hub, told the friendly lending company, like, yo, you're fucking scam. He's like, you know what? Guards, get him. And so he was the only one outside. And he was getting jumped by the 2 guards.
That makes sense.
And he got murdered.
Yep.
And my last save was an hour before that. And I'm like, you staying dead. I ain't running back for you.
Yeah, that's about right.
And so currently I'm at the cathedral right now. Walked in. Everyone started attacking me.
Wait, hold on, wait. So you got to the cathedral, didn't
Yeah.
fuck with nobody, and they started beating your ass.
Yep.
Why? Okay, I'm not mad that they did. Why nobody fuck with me? Did they fuck? Are they supposed to? Did they
No,
mess with you, Connor?
no.
Are you?
Well,
have you been?
they didn't fight me until I went inside.
Yeah,
in
that's what
that-
I'm saying. I went inside, nobody messed with me.
Same.
Maybe it's because I have Katya.
What is that?
She's a follower of the apocalypse. So
Uh,
probably just an enemy, like an enemy faction thing. They probably don't like the church.
Probably. And so I went ahead and I'm making my way through it. I kind of stopped because I got fucking lit up by the Nightkin.
Yeah, that's about right.
So I'm probably gonna go back and talk with the Brotherhood and try and get some power armor, and then try and run it back.
Okay.
But
All right, Alex, I'm gonna save
Okay.
you. I'm gonna save you some time here
okay.
because I've probably had the most I'm gonna put big air quotes around this, most complete version of this game comparatively, because I've done a lot of the stuff without using the glitch. I have looked up some things to try to make it a little bit smoother of an experience, just in terms of like quests people give out, rewards, where to get certain things. So Alex, if you're already in the hub, there's a building, like right as you get to the old town, the building directly below you. If you if you find the door along the sidewalk, you kind of have to use your character's like, you know how when you get close to a building, sometimes the roof will disappear.
Yeah.
Okay,
It'll
if
show
you,
you can go inside of it.
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. If you do that and then see the door, there's two dudes, there's like four people in there and a guy in a back room. If you rescue that guy in the back room, he'll tell you, "Oh, talk to Talus at the Brotherhood." And if your reputation is high enough with the Brotherhood, you can get a suit of power armor for free.
I haven't done anything for the Brotherhood yet.
Okay. I'm just saying that's probably the easiest way to get
Okay.
power armor. If you go to the glow, there's a suit of power armor there that you can apparently repair and then take with you. You don't need training in this game to wear power armor. So it's not
Okay.
it's not like 3 or any of the or New Vegas. You can just wear power armor.
Hmm.
And then
Okay.
there's a guy in the boneyard you can talk to who will tell you, I think after you kind of do the quest for that section for like the little township in the boneyard, he's like, "Hey man, if you go find my science notes, I'll harden your power armor to make it better." So I've done that. I have hardened power armor. I got my power fist. I'm about to walk to the cathedral and start some stuff, and then go deal with the master because I'm close to the end of the game and I've kind of done everything I need to do. Um, but I think that's the only real thing I'll say about power armor. Those are the two easiest ways to get it.
Okay. I haven't been using any guides. I just been like going into the town, talking to
Mm.
people. That's how I found out about Katya.
Getting
And I
your
found out
companions
about
killed.
just him. I hardcore save dog meat every time, even though I'm like, dog meat, don't go there.
Oh man.
He's almost dead. I keep like stim packing him.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's not.
It's
It's
the only
not.
way I can save him.
It's not that
I
worth it.
have like, here's the thing. I have an excess of stim packs because I've like in the boneyard. I went ahead and like killed everybody. Not everybody. The militia there.
The regulators?
Yes.
You killed all the regulators.
Yes. Because I did the thing and we're like, oh, help me, the guys with the regulators, like, go kill the blades. I go to the blades, they're like, no, it was regulators. I'm like, all right. Went to the gun runners. I was able to kill the death claws because Katya, I've got a power fist. And I
From
couldn't
where?
use it.
Where'd you get a power fist?
I may have stolen it out of the locker.
From
in
who?
The gun runners
Oh.
without
mean-
them seeing me do it.
Okay, well, I mean, fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently
And
she's
I
really
gave it to
good
her.
with melee stuff.
Oh, dude, she
Wait,
fucking
you gave it
rips.
to her?
He's
I
not
don't
gonna.
have any melee.
He's not gonna use it.
Oh,
All my points are in small gun.
You should. I'm gonna tell you right now. You should start investing points into either energy weapons or big guns.
I'm gonna go big
Sm-
guns next.
Okay,
I-
'cause
doesn't-
small
I think
arms
Katya
will not
uses
scale.
energy weapons.
Don't.
The best
Don't.
small arm is the 223 pistol.
But don't try to like run the entire game off of small arms. Start investing in big guns so that when you do precision strikes, you can shoot rockets at people's eyes and it'll do a bunch of damage.
Yeah, because right now I'm running small guns as my primary weapon is the sniper.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
And you're shooting people's eyes.
I'm shooting people's eyes and heads off. Oh, you got a big gun? Let me shoot your arm off real quick.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with the that I have learned is that because I did not invest into any other damage type other than unarmed until the end of the game. Yeah, people with miniguns are really, really bad for me. because I have to walk
Yeah.
at
Everyone.
Yeah, which is everyone at
I-
the end of the game.
Yeah, the Nightkin. Just like when you go up the first stairs of the like cathedral.
Yeah.
And there's a guy in there like, oh, you're gonna kill me? Bad things will happen.
Yep.
And I knew there were 2 Nightkin there already.
And you get cut in
But I
half.
killed the dude, and then the guy, then they come over, they have rocket launchers and miniguns, and
Yep.
just gun me down.
Yep.
So I reloaded the save, went back up the stairs, ignored him, went up the other stairs, killed the other 2 Nightkin, then another Nightkin comes out with a flamethrower,
Yep.
does 58 damage,
Yep.
murders me.
Yeah, that's
And I'm like, all right.
that's in game for sure.
I'm like, all right, I'm coming. I'm like, all right, this is where because I just got there probably like 5 minutes, or like not even 5 minutes, like probably 15 minutes ago. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me kind of like stop here, regroup, go back, get some power armor, and try and run it back.
Yeah, fair enough. Power armor is going to help a good bit, but the thing, and Isaiah can explain it a little bit in more detail because it's not going to save you from what the minigun can do, but it will reduce its likelihood to one-shot you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at that point, like I have plenty of super stims, I have plenty of stim packs.
Oh, no,
So if I-
that's not going to help. Like, that's not what we mean. Because
Ah.
either the minigun is going to one-shot you or you're going to get a chance. It's really a coin flip. It's a 50-50 of if, because the way the minigun like crits you, because it's like always burst fire. So you're always getting hit like multiple times basically in one shot. And if it crits, it's doing like twice the total damage the whole time. So like I have 102 health. But if it crits me, I'm probably dead. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So the minigun damage roll is 7 to 11, but it hits 40 times. Wait, no, it's the hits are 7 to 11. Each hit is 40 damage. And crit ignores armor. So
Yeah. So it doesn't matter that you're wearing power armor.
it's that 7 to 11 damage range that is the coin flip, because it depends on what your damage threshold is. I don't remember what the numbers are, but it's either hits above or below.
You either die or you don't. Like it's really 50-50 at the end of the day most of the time. So like
Damn.
like power armor will help a bit, but it also does matter that like you have high agility, so your AC is also kind of high to begin with, and that
Well, I
kind of
swapped around my points from
oh
last
you
time.
because you restarted.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
also took I think took the gifted
correct.
option.
Always.
Always best choice. +1
Me
to
too.
all stats is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, let me just take that.
Weren't you when like we were talking about it first time? I was like, you take gifted, and you're like, yeah, but like the XP decrease. And it's like it doesn't matter. Gifted. It's so good.
Currently, so my stats are as follows: 6 strength, 8 perception, 7 endurance, 6 charisma and intelligence, 8 agility, 6 luck.
Charisma could be lower.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm like, yeah, charisma doesn't help
Okay,
out a whole lot.
here's
for
the
me.
thing. Here's the thing with charisma. Until Fallout 4, charisma doesn't matter. Because the only part of charisma that matters is speech, and you could just pump speech to be 100 despite low charisma. Like charisma just doesn't matter. Like there'll be like an argument of like, oh, Fallout 3 or New Vegas where it's like, but I want the perks that come with charisma. It's like, oh yeah, you want to like, you don't want animals to attack you in the overworld? Wow. Just blow them away.
Oh, charisma's 4?
It's one of the perks, but like it just doesn't matter. Like none of them are very good unless you're like, but I want to sell high and buy low. It's like I don't care. Just like there's so many ways around it that like as a stat, charisma is an automatic 1. I'd make it 0 if you could.
Sell high and buy low.
Yeah.
Just blow them up and kill them like I did. What that place called?
Good Springs.
Good. Yeah.
You can't even remember
how
the name of
dare
the
you
place you
fucking-
destroyed.
Just
Murder
take
Waffle,
every.
Good Springs.
Just destroy their lives and take everybody's stuff. Then you don't have to pay for anything.
Okay, this guy. Anyway, talking to someone more sane. If we ever do more Fallout or put more Fallouts on the list, we can have more of a conversation on that. But generally, charisma is a pretty useless stat because speech, as its own stat, is the only thing that matters.
Mm.
And from what I've heard, from mainly Isaiah and other people, Fallout 2 is a way better game.
It's so much better.
Yeah, there's
And
a.
Frank Horgan.
I saw. Yeah, I did see a mod. I was like, it imports Fallout 1 into the Fallout 2 engine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, that might be interesting to try, but I know that like
I feel
because
like
we're I want to play what its merits are.
they're not a lot. There aren't a lot in terms of gameplay. It's mainly just the master.
It's fair.
like like the biggest thing with I think this game is, and I think we've all hit a point where we could try to like do our little recommendation scale. This is like, as much as I enjoy the master and talking to people, yeah, no. I don't know about this one.
Yeah, it's hard to recommend. to
It's
people.
really hard to recommend. Like you kind of
I'll
have.
go first.
Okay, sure.
Recommendation:
Yeah.
you're my age or younger, don't touch this shit, dog.
If
Don't.
you're his age and you like to read, play this shit.
Yeah, if you're my age or if you like read, there you go. If don't touch it, it's not for you. You're not gonna enjoy it. Put it down. All right. It was. You might, maybe.
Maybe.
All right. Maybe.
Just start with 2.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it.
Yeah. 3. All right. We need some.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Nah, your generation would hate 3 still too old.
Probably.
That's why it works. It works for me because I'm at the early end of it. That's where their opening is for me.
Mm. Yeah, it's
Um,
definitely a low recommendation overall.
Now as a rating, my personal rating, even though I ran around and bullshitted, even though I technically didn't do the game right, I still felt like I got a complete story.
There's no wrong way, by the way.
And
Like, you don't got to keep putting yourself down like that.
even though I just hate this style of game, how it looks.
Oh man, I gotta
Not
find more
nothing
isometric RPGs to
like
put on me.
yeah, please don't.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
begging you. What do you want from me, Connor?
I want
What
you
do
Baldur's
out.
Gate 1. Here we go.
Okay, I'm not even that crazy. I want, I want you out of your comfort zone. That's what I want. I want you to exceed all that the medium has to offer.
Can't believe Guitar Hero is not on the list.
I don't think
Oh,
anybody has the guitar.
Oh, you
there's
just
no
gotta come over to
option
my
at home.
place.
Yeah, you just come over to ours. You go,
True.
Yeah.
you go visit each person independently.
Kiki, no.
But yeah, even those aside, I would give this overall experience, since we can't do halves, a 7.
Really? That's really high. Think about it.
Actually, no, 6.
There it is.
I give it 6.
A little over half.
Like, I was gonna do 6.5, but you can't really. So I just went up 1. But I thought about it. Now we're going down. We're
Yeah,
going back down.
yeah. We do extremes here. We don't do this middle of the road stuff.
I give it a 6.
That's fair. I think my biggest issue with this game is just like the story hooks just aren't there like at all. You kind of have to
I wish
create.
I-
You kind of have to create your own, and that kind of sucks.
Even though, like, for the way I went about it, I somewhat understood, and I have appreciation for the master and that whole section at the end.
But that's at the end of the game.
Yeah, that shit kind of sucks.
Like, there's a lot of interesting things that it tries, but like,
Dude, imagine if you're one of the people, you're somebody who likes 100% in games, and you like to do or try to tackle everything. Could you even do that with this before the time runs out?
Yeah.
well, okay. So here's the thing. There's actually 2 timers. There's the water timer, and then after you've done the water timer, there's an invisible timer where your vault will get attacked by super mutants unless you beat the game within a certain amount of time. Because you kind of learn a little bit that the master is on the hunt for prime normals, which is people who are unradiated from the fallout. So people that lived in vaults don't have any radiation in them. So that's the difference between what makes a super mutant smart or
That's why
dumb.
he's okay. So that's why he's not like the people in good, not good springs and shady sands. That's why he's not necessarily going after them or the people in the hood.
He would have eventually, just because depending on if they would have like sided with him or not. But at the end of the day, he wants people from vaults because those people will make the best super mutants. They'll make the intelligent ones.
Okay.
And also all the technology in those vaults is really huge a lot of the time because it's all pre-war and it's all like working. But more or less that's his goal. And you kind of learn that through encounters with the lieutenant, all the super mutant officers who are like, I'm told to bring you to my boss, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But you don't get a whole lot of that. He might
I mean,
explain. He might explain that when you talk to him.
I kind of understood that from like like the people I was kind of like forced to talk to that he
Yeah.
specifically wants the one that's gonna vote at least first.
Mm.
That's why like you can kind if you just anybody that is like on his side, if you just go and be like, hey, you just lie and be like, I got information I can give your boss to my vault. Just take me straight to
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
That's why they're so eager to actually do it.
And they dump you in the FEV. Dude, I will say that cutscene is like super brutal. Like where your vault gets attacked.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's bad. Like the part that gets
There-
me the most, that always makes me the most like, oh, is when they're rushing the overseer on like the raised platform with the miniguns.
Yeah,
Like,
and they're just punching shit out of
dude,
him.
they go on for so long. Like, you got him. You got him, guys. Chill. It's so bad. There's also something like incredibly brutal about the some of the kill animations in this game, especially with the minigun.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the minigun
Yeah.
and the rocket launcher. Like the way
Yeah.
you just get like blown apart by the minigun.
Yeah.
Like there's
Oh, speaking of blowing apart, while Zay was teaching me how to drop like explosive at doors,
uh
I did. We did.
someone set the
I did
timer low.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
did.
did. I did, and I didn't really understand what he was trying to say. And I was like, "Oh, you're saying I gotta drop it out of my inventory and I try to drag it
Mm.
and it just blows."
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm gonna move to our post show at this point. Just gonna fade into it. So I will say, with everything that we've gone through, I do want to throw it out that we give Fallout 1 another week for Alex and I to beat it. But I don't think it's going to take a full week for either of us to really beat it. Especially because I'm right at the end. Now, Fajon, if you wanted to give a little bit more time to it, just to see the other places in the world, like the Boneyard or anything else, yeah, I'm not going to make you. I'm just saying, you have another week with it.
God damn it, Ian.
And we
Dude,
spin the wheel though.
you should, gotta let me cook, man. I was going to say, do we want to spin the wheel to establish what we want to play after next week?
I'm
fine with
eager.
that.
I want to see. Yeah.
I
We
will
get a
say,
little bit of time to prepare, depending on what it is.
yeah, I mean, well, okay, yeah, prepare is probably a strong word, but I think that makes sense.
Well, if we have to emulate the game, you know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I understand that. Let me. Hold on,
You just
I gotta set up.
miss a shot and crit me for 38.
Yeah, you can't stand between people.
I thought I was
No,
far enough
dude,
off to the side.
Why
You
would
never
run into
are.
the wasteland? There was like a group of not Paul Walkers. That's not-
Excuse me?
Uh,
You saw a bunch of cars?
who plays Walker Texas Ranger? I forgot.
Chuck Norris?
Yeah. Why were there a bunch of Chuck Norrises and leather jackets and jeans On the
Oh,
way to the
that's just
Graceland.
that's just raiders. Those are just what the raider model look. Okay, listen, there aren't a lot of sprites in the game. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. There really aren't. Like it's not a deep list.
I just walked in on a gang war between some raiders,
That makes sense.
and I'm just watching it go down.
Okay,
I saw that too.
I'm gonna cut over back to the list here. Whoops,
Can't see the wheel.
that's fine. Hold on. Boop. Okay, and Isaiah's thing right there is fine actually. Okay, and
Alright.
so we've changed up how we're doing the wheel, correct? We're each going to pick two from our respective lists to pair the wheel down, right? That's what we
Yeah.
kind
So
of
you do
talked.
that next time since we
No,
already
no,
have
no,
the
no,
wheel
no,
up.
no,
Yeah,
no. Well, no,
I'll let you-
hold on. Let's just make a little game out of it.
All right.
Everybody, I'm gonna pull up. Let's pull up our lists on our computers, and then let's start cutting down to our two that we want for this week's spin, just to see what we can kind of what we let's add some suspense to it. Why don't we why don't we have a little fun with it?
Alrighty.
Just gonna pull up my Google Doc. Oh, that's bright. Oh.
I just want to let you know that Devil May Cry 5 is so fucking sick.
Yes, Devil May Cry 5 is a very good game. You're right. Continuing on though, ignoring that. Okay, so everybody kind of has. Oh, this doesn't really help. I think the pins are probably a better place to be. Everybody knows what they kind of have on their list, right? More or less.
Yeah, I know that.
More
Okay.
or less, yeah.
Okay. Okay. You would want to just go down and you just tell me what to cut from the wheel as we go.
I mean, I already know what 2 games I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, I already know what you mean.
All right. Well then, screw it. Why even? Why even? What are we doing?
We'll make it easy.
That's fine. I kind of don't really remember all the stuff I had, but
Yeah, I know it's kind of hard. It's all is one list, but I mean, just pick 2
Yeah.
games off that list.
Mine's are gonna be Silent Hill and
Spoilers.
I don't. He doesn't
Infamous
know.
Second Son.
Oh, interesting. I don't remember what's on my list. I don't-
Just pick 2 games off the master list. We'll fix the list later.
God, this list sucks. All right, let me do.
Well, a third of this is your list.
I know my list sucks. Let me do.
'Cause here's the
Oh,
other thing,
I
would
know.
Pick
No,
another
I know.
game off the list
No, no,
too.
no. I know the two I
It's
want.
not my list.
I want. I know the two I want.
All right. So kind of go ahead and put your games in.
Well, it's more or less deleting everything
Maybe we
else.
should get one random from Isaiah.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure. Isaiah,
What?
do you want to pick one from this list to keep on here?
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, this for fun.
Just asking.
Oh, are you trying to do like, I don't know if you saw Max's like top 10, how they would throw stuff on a board and then take turns dismantling what they think is a top 10?
No, not.
Because I think that would be a cool idea.
It would, but I
I'm
need
not
to.
familiar with it.
We need to fix the list is the problem because I don't remember what I put on there compared to everybody else's. I would.
Wait.
No what?
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
yeah. We're pairing.
Didn't you have it pinned?
I thought I did, but I didn't see it.
In the group
Maybe you
chat?
unpinned it when you did that.
Maybe it's fine. We'll just keep going here.
Well, here, I could find it because if you just type in Vanquish, it's the only time I've ever typed Vanquish in here.
It's fair. Well, what two are you keeping, Fajon?
Silent Hill, Infamous Second Son.
Yeah, speak up.
Speak up.
Oh, Silent Hill and
Okay.
Infamous Second Son.
Okay. Okay, I will say, getting Second Son's going to be kind of difficult for everyone, right? The thing's like a PS4 locked title.
Oh wait, okay. I just thought about that. Give me Dying Light 1 or 2.
Which one?
Well,
Tell me.
do one because I think
I'm
one
hella
be-
down for 2 because
do
I haven't
one.
played it.
Same.
Well, too bad. He wants
We
one.
can do 2. We can do 2.
You
Fuck.
son
I don't know.
of a
Let
I
me pick.
played
Let me pick.
one.
One's a good game too.
I played one. I
Do
just
you
haven't
need
played.
one to play two?
No.
No.
Hell no.
Different character.
All right, chill out.
All right, 2.
Okay, it's on there.
And it-
Okay,
I
Alex,
got
what were your two?
confused.
All right, I'm gonna go with Spec Ops Line.
Of course.
What do you mean, of course?
Of course.
It's such a good game that no one talks about.
Oh yeah,
Exactly
that
what I'm
doesn't talk
thinking,
about the
man.
white phosphorus war crimes.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers.
Someone knows about it.
Spoilers. Stop. Literally, you're spoiling it for fajon.
I played
He's
this.
not gonna remember.
You've
I
played.
played it
Oh,
And
never mind.
loosely. I never completed it.
what? You're missing
Yeah,
out a great story. So we'll do that, and I'm gonna go with Armored Core 6.
Oh,
Put something modern on the list.
All right. This list is so pared down. it's so like these sections are
Alright.
huge.
Connor, what are your games? Silent Hill 2 and Kingdom Hearts?
No. Ratchet and Clank 1 and Kingdom Hearts
Can you
1.
even buy this still? Cause it's
Yeah.
banned in so many places.
What? Spec
Spec
Ops?
Ops.
It's on Steam.
Yeah.
What?
Banned. Where's it
I
banned?
remember it was. I remember it was banned as like multiple places.
All right. We all good with this? 'Cause when I click, it's
Yeah.
going.
Like it.
Silent Hill, Silent Hill. Horror. Give me horror. Give me horror. Give me horror.
Shit.
Give me horror.
God damn, I have to play.
Yo.
I've never played a Silent Hill game, so this is gonna be an experience.
Oh, you're gonna have a time and a half, Alex. Trust me.
Am I gonna shit my pants?
No, it's not that scary.
Do you like it? Do you not like scary stuff?
It's not that scary. Again.
it's more of a
What the-
thriller.
Yeah,
Okay.
horror.
Now here's the question. Are we gonna all play the original, or are we gonna mix and match the original and the remake?
We're getting the remake. I'm not
Oh, we're
even-
doing the remake.
Yes.
Oh,
How
okay.
is the hold on. Let me look at. Let me look on
I
Steam.
mean,
Let me find some CD keys. Hold up.
no, that's not what I mean. I don't even mean cost. Cost is gonna factor in a little bit, but it's more like
70.
it's
Never
more
mind,
about.
doing-
Fajon, you never experienced the original though, right?
I haven't.
Yeah, then you're not gonna appreciate the remake.
okay.
gotta
how do we
play
even
the-
find
So
the-
Fajon plays the original. I'll play the remake.
No, no,
Connor,
no,
you
no,
pick.
You
Well,
never played the
You
original?
play the
trying to-
original, everyone else plays the remake.
Let's all play the original. Because
I
we're
feel like
supposed
it
to
does
be
better.
In retrospect, we're supposed to be in retrospect,
There it is.
so I feel like we should play the original.
That's what I
Damn.
wanted to
Alright.
hear.
The problem is
Just
I
emulate
don't
it.
see that shit on Steam.
Just emulate it. Sorry,
I don't
No,
know.
we got emulated.
buy an original copy on the PlayStation 2 and totally don't
No,
play
emulation
it on
is legal.
if you own a copy.
You just gotta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have like 50 copies in my closet. It's
Thank
fine.
you. Can I borrow one?
And I ripped
Yeah.
the BIOS off of my own PS2.
Yeah, that's true. I do have my own PS2, which I ripped the BIOS out of. I can go pull it out, but I'm not gonna do that right now.
Anyway, you guys want my?
Want my BIOS?
How do I?
I think
okay,
that's illegal.
how would I
Sharing
even
your-
go about this though?
What? What was the question?
How would I even go about getting it?
Speak close to your mic, by the way.
How would I even go about getting it?
Fajon.
I'll
We'll
drop
talk
a
about that
zip
later.
file in the Discord.
Fajon. Like,
Okay.
gotta read between the lines a little bit here. We're all totally not going to emulate it.
Yeah, we're not, because I don't know how to do that. We're all gonna buy it legally and play it on our PS. What is this? 2?
2, yes.
Yeah.
Xbox
Yeah.
360, bro. Come on.
I'm just trying to figure out. Do you guys know where I can buy another PS?
There, thank you. As
Hey,
long as
the
we're
grant
all
at Goodwill.
on the same page about totally playing this on a PS2, then we're good.
Okay.
All right. So,
I'm about to buy a capture card too.
yeah,
Long time.
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just so that we kind of get it all sorted a little bit, one more week of Fallout, and then Silent Hill 2.
Yes.
Okay, as long as
And that will get that 1 week will give me enough time to find a PlayStation.
Mhm. Yeah, and then we'll pick up there.
All right.
All right. Well, then that's it. I'm gonna close out the show. If anybody has any final thoughts, say them now.
No, not really.
I should actually ask because we decided on it. Do either of you like know a lot about Silent Hill 2? Like,
I love Silent Hill and
what do you mean you
Resident
love
Evil.
Silent Hill?
I think I told you this, but I think I told you about this. I never played it, but there was this YouTuber, the Rad Bear YouTuber. He played it, and I watched it. And he had a catchphrase because things furniture was always in his face.
There's something about you loving a franchise, never
Dude,
having
what?
played any of the
I
franchise.
love it though. I love I the day that movie came out, I was the first person there. I'm
Okay,
not gonna say
what a fake fan.
Ooh.
What a
It was
fake
a movie.
fan. I was
I
first
love
in
it.
line for the Silent Hill movie, guys. I love that franchise. Like, okay, got it. I see the disconnect.
I do no, I do like the franchise though. I
Pyramid Head's the best. I love that he's in everything.
it's
Okay, and I will say,
but
Fajon,
speaking of Silent Hill,
you're gonna have to pay attention to what people are saying in this game. Like, a
oh no, I know
lot.
this game. I know loosely know this game like the back of my hand. I'm not gonna have any
Okay,
problem
no,
getting
hold
through this.
on. No, that sentence doesn't make any sense. I loosely know it like the back of my hand.
Because you're not always looking at the back of your hand. I mean,
It's either you do
I
or
know
you
I'm black.
don't.
I know I'm playing the game, and I
What is this? Okay, we'll see how that goes. And then, Alex, you've never done like anything Silent Hill, pretty much, right? Okay, I
Nope.
will say,
Most I did was PT.
dodge the piggies.
okay, close enough, I guess, in a way. I'll probably have the most thoughts, but other than that, Silent Hill 2 is a good place. It's really funny you picked 2 to start with.
I have a question though. Is the evil within in
No.
the same universe? Oh,
No,
it's not.
not even close.
No.
Okay,
No.
I was just
Uh, that would be
not even the
universe
same company.
ruining. Oh no, not even the same company.
Okay.
Capcom put out Evil Within. No wait, yeah, Capcom put out Evil Within. Konami put out Silent Hill.
Yeah. Wait.
Another evil within.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know about Evil Within, but Silent Hill is definitely Konami.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Silent Hill definitely Konami. I don't know about.
pretty sure. I was pretty sure Capcom put out Evil Within.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. All right,
Tongo
Look at-
GameWorks.
Tango. Tongo.
The-
I didn't realize Evil Within was so highly reviewed.
This
It's all
They
right.
made it
Amazing
was so
game.
good they made a
Amazing.
second one.
the first one was amazing. That second one, I don't know.
I'm sorry. Did you say the first one was amazing?
No, well
I-
reviewed.
No, Faison.
Oh.
It was amazing to me. I
Wow.
like
That's why you don't like
I
Fallout.
said, like I said, I don't.
Issue of taste.
Like I said, I don't. I rarely get as a horror game. It was amazing because like I said, I rarely get scared by things, and I love horror.
There's so much
It
to
was
unpack
something
here.
about. It was something about me playing this, and then also watching playthroughs at the same time as me playing at the age of 14. I had nightmares about this shit low key a little bit,
I mean,
just a little bit.
man,
This was scary to me.
Evil Within.
Yeah, it's like okay, I don't. It's something about getting chased that scares me. Not more
Wait,
so
RE2?
like, yeah, that's not.
That's
It's
getting
not
chased.
really. It's not that I'm scared, but it's like the fact of like I'm being chased. Like when I was playing RE Village,
I
when I
like
was
that
playing
you
Resident
call
Evil
it
Village,
Village.
I don't know. When I was playing Resident Evil Village, I call it Village. What
No,
is
no,
that? 7? That's 7, right?
8.
8.
8. When I was
I
playing
don't
that
think I
one,
just don't think I've ever heard anybody actually call it Village.
when I was playing that, I wasn't. I'm this big. I got these fucking shotguns and all this shit, but it is like the atmosphere they built of like me walking and I'm hearing all these like the scattering around. At least in that early part when you first get into the village, that that scared the shit out of me.
That,
I
that
had to stop for a second.
that's really.
Yeah, I had to stop for a second here. Like,
Hmm.
I avoided playing it for like 2 days after I started. Like, I got to the
Wow.
village, killed the little like the tutorial enemy,
Yeah.
and got in the house. After I got in the house, I started walking upstairs. I like paused and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I need to fuck out." Like, I genuinely felt like nauseous,
Wow. Okay.
and it wasn't
Huh.
even like I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with me?" Like
Yeah.
Outlast was a breeze. Why is this scary to me?
Well, Outlast is like so purely based off jump scares.
Atmosphere, too.
Yeah, jump scares and atmosphere that like well also the issue with Outlast is at a certain point you kind of like just resign yourself to running away because you can't actually deal with anything.
Yeah.
If you lose with Village, you kind of go, okay, I can't
Dude,
just run
it was
away
a
from these because I have to deal with them because I have the
you know
tools
what
to do so.
made me you know what made me stop? I vividly remember what made me pause. I had just got done fighting some shit and I walked through a building and a fucking picture came halfway off the wall and made a loud sound and it jump scared me and I was like, that's
Isn't that the
enough for
very
today.
start?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I was
The
like,
very start of the game.
that's
It's
enough
it's
for
actually really
today.
funny because 8 is a departure from 7 in
Yeah.
actual horror.
Oh yeah. To be fair, like Resident Evil always has had a thing where the farther you get into a Resident Evil game, the less
Or it is.
scary it gets.
Yeah, like what I
Less
said,
horror.
like the later parts, it was I was like, it's fine, but like that early section, I was like, dude,
And then you get to the dollhouse.
oh yeah, that was kind of
Nah, dude, I
that
couldn't.
big blob, that big
The
baby blob.
baby.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
The
What-
baby.
Oh, Alex, you should look that up. That's a fun time.
Ugh.
I will say, my first playthrough, I never saw it until you get into the elevator for the cutscene because as I walked for because it's so dark in there that it actually has to be
Yeah.
pretty close to actually see it. I was like, I didn't even walk forward at it. Had my back to it because it was like, okay, clearly I have to go this way to trigger something. And as I backed up to it, I heard the thing like pop and start to move, and I was like, got it. And I just sprinted forward, like, and then it same thing with when it bursts through the door at you, and you have to hide under the bed and then run past it. Same deal there. Like, I don't think I ever saw it because I never got close
Dude, that
enough
thing is
looking at it
terrifying.
to look at it until I'm in the elevator and it's slamming on the door or the gate.
Yeah, I would definitely say
Like,
like
nah.
around the time you get to the water dude, I forgot his name. That the guy that turns into like the big fish thingy.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Around the time you get to him, it just feels like a Souls game.
Yeah, it's an action game.
But yeah,
It's not a horror game. After the dollhouse, it's immediately like, okay, I'm an action man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting the Sega 12 and the Wolfsbane, and I'm crushing it.
That's all I got, man.
Yeah, I think we've covered good ground here, and Silent Hill 2 is definitely going to be interesting for sure. Oh, I will say in Fallout 1, I do have one thing to say about dog meat, because maybe Alex it'll help you a little bit. He's not gonna make it when you start dealing with super mutants.
I've
He's
already
not
figured
gonna
out I
do
can tell
it.
him to sit and stay.
You're just gonna leave him somewhere?
That's
Leave
fair.
him back at the house or something.
The house.
I don't know, somewhere.
I'm just I will say
I'll leave him at Tondi.
I will say the
There you go.
Hey, there you go. That's a good option. I think dog meat has finally fully kicked the bucket for me, and he has died 3 other times before that. Um, the ways before was so I went to the Brotherhood of Steel and I was like, hey guys, let's send some boys up to the Mariposa military base. Let's go kick in their door. I go up there, aggro some mutants. Dog meat starts walking towards them, and I go, Dog meat, I don't think that's a good idea because you're standing in between the Brotherhood of Steel Paladins and the Super Mutants, and I know they don't care about that. So Dogmeat gets cut in half with a minigun immediately by the Brotherhood of Steel because he's in the way.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
I was dealing with some problems, so I reloaded a save, went back. Um, I too close to the starting guy, shoots a rocket, blows all three of us up. I live, and I stand up and just go, cool, there's my dog. And there's my dog, and there's my dog. Awesome. Love that. And then he dies in the Mariposa military base because he just gets caught between crossfire between a minigun. And I'm like, all right, I gotta just like finish the game. I can't.
Yeah.
So
The other thing
bad.
So
is
shout
like
out to Dogmeat.
Dogmeat doesn't do a whole lot anyway.
He draws aggro.
Yeah,
Slightly.
but that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Poor Dogmeat. Yeah, that's honestly thinking about Fallout 1 and 2 more than anything. And 3 a little bit. 3 has just a little bit more. Companions don't get attached because they're not going to make it. It doesn't matter how cool they are. It doesn't matter how interesting they are. There is no armor. There is no plot
Like
thick enough.
that's like my Phoenix. That's like my Phoenix and Wizard 101. He kept dying because he was. Don't tell me y'all never played Wizard 101.
Yeah, I absolutely
That
never
was
played Wizard 101. I wasn't about to buy a subscription to that.
you have to buy it.
Yeah.
You did.
No, they made it where you had to buy at a certain point. Like if you were just a
Fajon.
grinder, you can get through that.
You
shit.
sound really old right now.
Yeah, you sound a little. Listen, Unc, I'm gonna need you to like calm down with this Wizard 101 stuff.
Wow. Hey, listen, no, those patch notes dropped.
Oh my god, the Wizard 101 patch
no, no,
notes.
no, 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 no. The reference patch notes. I am not Unc anymore. I get called Unc by people like 2 years younger. I'm not Unc anymore. I'm Big Bro. Unc. Y'all big bros who? Y'all got like 2 more years, I think.
Nah,
Yeah.
Not
I'm
30 yet.
definitely Unc. You know,
You're 30?
I'm
Are you
so
30?
might as well be. Fajon, have you seen my game list? I literally just made you play Fallout 1.
Okay, but we're talking about literally, you're not 30 yet. You're still big bro. You're on
Is
the edge of big bro.
is 30? Is that what that means now?
I think
Okay,
30's
so
Unk.
Okay.
yeah, so listen. Okay, so
Sure.
anything under 19 is YN.
What?
You don't
What?
what
I don't know what that means.
Say
just
it.
start,
Say it. Just say it. Just say it.
young nigga.
Thank
I
you.
knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Even if you're not black.
Oh,
That's what YN means.
I like that you didn't want to say
20
it.
to 30. Well, 20 to 29, you're like big bro. All right.
Sure.
30 to 35, you're Unc. And after that, you're just old man.
Unc is only 5 years.
Yeah, because
Why?
because your knees start going bad. Your body starts deteriorating quick for a lot
So?
of people. I guess.
Hey, Connor, where in the hub do you say that guy was at?
In Old Town.
What's Old Town?
Okay.
It's not old man telling. I think they call it pops.
It's
Downtown?
no, if you're in downtown, go to the green on the far right near the Fargo Traders. All right, I'm gonna end the podcast now. I'm doing the transition.
All right, where's Fajon at?